that now. Great. Now flip it over. Good. Great job. High five. A finger. You can have your water. I don't think you ever wanted your water, but let's clean up. Can you put these in here? All right.
Abbie works really well with knowing that what the end is.
Right.
You know, we've like because these were laying out here like this. You know, so when she has just you know, she's taking all this in. She's like, well, next she's gonna make me do this one, then I gotta do this one, and then this is on the table also. Like understanding that that what the end is, and then you're gonna get more resistance with the second piece that I saw her do. You're gonna get more resistance with that one. You know, when you say like one more, you know, that kind of thing, because one more is coming to the end. You know what I mean? So what we have found is that she always is a lot more successful with tasks when she knows what the completion is. That's why like she always did like the independent work baskets. You know, she'd go get the basket, she'd set it down on the desk, she would sit down, she'd finish the basket, and then she'd put it away. You know, because it was like it's definitely a control thing. We all want to be autonomous and have control over our environment and stuff, but for her to have that, keep turning that on. For her to have that that understanding of where the end is, I think is going to be more. Encourage her to work through things better. You know what I mean?
No, I agree. And it's me just setting it up better.
Yeah. And that's, I mean, I'm just giving you insight on the what we have seen in the past, because it does work better for her. Just you know, she's like any typical kid. She's like, no way, this is ever gonna end. It's like cleaning your room when you were a kid. Yeah. You're like, it's never gonna end, so you don't work very hard. You just like stall the whole time. That's what she's doing. Is stalling more than anything.
Munching on the young seedlings. But where did they come from?
What you watching? Tadpole shrimp. Huh. That's interesting. Are you supposed to be on break though? I think you need to go back.
Come on, I just set it up.
Let's go.
Yeah, you too.
She loves like ocean life stuff. Come on.
That's so cool.
One thing I don't want to do though, one thing they did at school was lock her out of her iPad, as far as not out of her iPad, but out of her anything other than the communication app. I'd rather her learn like this is an appropriate time to use a communication app. This is an appropriate time to watch YouTube, rather than just like if you just take it away. Like that doesn't teach anything.
No.
It limits, you know, what she can do, but it's not teaching. So.
Right. So I've been letting her take it with her to watch these little clips. She's been very interested in.
Oh yeah.
That little YouTube.
Yeah, I mean it's totally fine. I mean, you know, but she does need to learn too. Like, yeah, we're not watching YouTube right now. We're doing schoolwork.
Right. Because
so that's what. Yeah, that was one of the things that we, you know, I turned off the locking feature, and I didn't want her to be locked out of it, to where all she could do was communicate with it.
No,
So.
that makes perfect sense.
I hate it when I record a whole clip of a video and I'm just zoomed in all the way to my nostril. It's the worst. It's not a very technical.
It's a plate. You need a bowl.
She's looking at the food like, you sure?
I know. All right, now we're gonna get a big spoon. Listen, we're gonna get a big spoon. So remember, the big spoons are over here. Let's get a big spoon. Nope. Good. Okay. So, hold.
Yeah, it's not a very technical making of lunch, but
We do get
That's
messy.
okay. Yep, that's okay.
Okay, let's get some rice.
You're doing great, Ab.
Yeah, get that broccoli. I love the commitment.
Yeah, it's kind of cool too because she, can pick what she wants. When there's a little bit of variety, that's cool.
Is that all you want? Yeah. Okay. You can close it. Look, it has a little clasp. So look, come here. See, that's not. Put your fingers here. Push it. There. No. Silly. You're not happy with what's in here. Go put the rest in the fridge. Put this in the fridge. Okay, I understand you want to open it. We're going to put the bowl in the microwave. Put that in the fridge. Okay, close the door. Did you want more? Look at me. Did you want more? Okay, you can have some more. That's fine. You didn't understand what we were doing, huh? Look, push. There you go. Now get your spoon. And go ahead and get. Oh my goodness. Okay. And I think that's about enough meat. If you want a piece of broccoli. Good help there. Okay, now put that in there. Let's close this again. Hammer, push. Close. Alright, we're gonna do 1 minute. Hit start. Start is up here. Try again. There you go.
So I wanted to show you guys some of the brainstorming that we do with stuff, because the hard part is this isn't a classroom, it's a house, so there are major differences between a classroom and a house when it comes to setup for learning. So like Abigail's going for a serving spoon, right? And this was in here like this, and this was one of these had fallen over on top of it. So she has to get a serving spoon. So, what we were talking about is if we set her up, loud noises. So if we set her up initially, so it's like this, right? So she has only 2 choices, or maybe even just one. We would start with that, and she's going to identify what I need is a serving spoon to get my leftovers out to put into a bowl. And then you can add things as you go, but always having the serving spoon on top. And eventually, no matter how much stuff is in there, she's going to look for her serving spoon because that's what she's used to doing. A lot of this stuff, when we're creating independence, it's not necessarily like you're learning to face all the challenges of the world. It's you're learning how to make your world fit. It's learning it's learning these what's the wording? It's learning these consistent methods of success for independence. If Abbie gets a serving spoon in a bowl, no matter what she's making for her own lunch, and she only hits one button on the microwave and warms up her food, but she does it every single time, and she makes her lunch every day when she's older, that's created independence. It's successful. But you can do that in your house too. Like you could absolutely create scenarios to create more success, depending on the situation. If you want your child to learn something, if they're supposed to use a certain cup in the cabinet because that's the one that they're successful with, that's the one that they are good at getting drinks with, then put just that cup on one shelf. I know it's a pain, but if you're like us, you got 50 cups inside of a cabinet, put one cup on that shelf. That's their cup. You know what I mean? Later on, you can add more cups to it and it'd be a little more normal. But hey, crazy hair, don't care. You want to show them what your newest obsession is? shredding. We are hardcore into shredding right now. You had a bunch of papers earlier, but we've already cleaned up once, huh? Just picking apart the plastic.
And her hair down.
And the hair down. Hair down and shredding. I think we like created a monster, you know? Back, I don't know, it was a couple weeks ago or so. A few weeks back, she really got into, oh gosh, no. I think we were camping at that point. Really into plastic, just stimming with plastic, of the thick plastic bags all the time. Now it's just like anything in the house she can get her hands on. Everything is fair game. So it's a little bit of a struggle, but there are worse things, you know. This is not something to stress about. And she does really good with cleaning up after herself, you know, when we tell her to. So it's just not a big deal. But that is our world. There are shreds. By the end of the day, you're gonna find shreds of paper, at least a few in every room. So.